Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing my 24 books, physical books. I'm just doing physical books for this. I'm not including Kindle or anything on my TBR that I still need to like buy or anything like that. I am just going based on the books that I own and going from there. So these are the 24 books that I can't wait to read in 2024. These are all, my book cart's like collapsing. These are all books that I've been super excited to get to. A lot of them I really tried to get to in 2023, but it just didn't happen, and I'm definitely getting to them in 2024. So there's a good mix of like some new books, some books that I've owned for a really long time but I'm still excited to read, and then a mixture of genres, you know, general horror, extreme horror, thriller, nonfiction, etc. So we are going to go through these. My reading plans for 2024, I read 182 books in 2023 at the time of filming this, and I know I should be like proud of myself, but I feel like it's too much. I feel like there's this overwhelming amount of pressure online to be reading 30 books a month, and like you have to read as much as you can. And I understand, like, if you're reading a lot of like short books, extreme horror, whatever, your numbers go up, right? But and that's not a bad thing, but I think if you feel pressure to read that much every month, that's when it becomes a problem. And I noticed in 2023, not that I was ever like forcing myself to read a ton, but I did feel pressure. Like I felt like, oh, I have to read this certain book. I have to get to this. Like I have to read these books for a video. I have to read this book that this author sent me. I have to, like, you feel pressure, and then you come online and you see like so-and-so, I read 30 books this month, and you feel like, okay, what am I doing wrong, right? It's kind of just this social media thing, like it just gets in your head and you feel pressure to like read things that you don't want to read, or not that you don't want to read them, but like sometimes I've been like forcing myself to read books that I don't necessarily want to read at the moment, but I'm reading them for a video or because the author sent it to me, etc. And I kind of want to do less of that in 2024. I actually want to read less and focus more on quality over quantity. I don't want to ever feel like I'm forcing myself to do anything. This is my hobby. Reading is my hobby. YouTube is my hobby. And I just want to sit on here and just like chill, you know? I don't ever plan my videos. I don't script anything. I don't put any thought really into my YouTube channel. Like, it's kind of sad. I just sit here and do my thing. And some people like that, some people don't. But I just feel like I need to focus on reading less, focus more on my health, my animals, training my dog, like things like that, rather than, oh my god, I need to sit down right now and read this 500-page book tonight because I have to. I don't want to feel like that. There were just a couple moments in 2023 where I was starting to feel like that. I was starting to feel like it was a chore. So that is not my goal for 2024. I'm not focusing on a number. I'm just reading intuitively. And I think more people need to be doing that. Stop, like, if you read one book a month, if you read one book a year, like, that's great. That's an accomplishment, you know? I don't think we should be putting pressure on ourselves. So with that being said, these are the 24 books that I'm like really excited to dive in to 2024, looking at these beautiful books. Hopefully they're good, and we're just gonna go ahead and get started. Don't mind me, I'm drinking liquid IV. I almost fainted like 3 times today. I had to get blood work done this morning. Literally almost passed out, and I've been feeling really weird ever since. So I'm drinking liquid IV and hoping for the best. Okay, so what should we start with? I think I'm gonna start with like general horror and then work our way into some more extreme horror, and then we're gonna do thrillers and then everything else. I don't have anything organized, of course. Why would I do that? That makes sense. Okay, so the first one that I'm really excited to read that I did not get to in 2023, it was a 2023 release. It's Schrader's Chord by Scott Leeds. I have read nothing but rave reviews about this. I actually started reading it, got to page 27. It was good, it was fine. I just put it down because I, of course, was in the middle of reading like 4 different horror books at the end of the year. But I do plan on picking this up early 2024. It's about this guy, he like inherits these records and this like mysterious record case or something, and when he plays the records, he discovers that they can open a portal to the dead, or they open the gate to the land of the dead. Yeah. So I don't know. Like I said, I've seen nothing but great reviews about this one. So this is one that I'm really excited to check out. And then the next one that was another one that I really wanted to get to in December but never got to it. It is The Horror by David Sodergren. This one is like a horror folklore. It's a folk horror fairy tale. I don't know. I've heard nothing but excellent things about this. I love the cover. And this author I keep seeing everywhere. Everyone always loves his books and recommends him. He has this little pug. Like, it's just someone that I need to support, right? So I'm really looking forward. Again, another one I hope to get to early in 2024. And if I like this one, I really would like to get more books by this author. All of his books look so good. I was looking through them and I literally want every single one. So I'm hoping that I like this one. I've heard nothing but great things from you guys. My hair is like out of control. It's completely out of control. It's so staticky, and then I get these comments like, why are you touching your hair? Because my hair is so staticky and sticking to my face every 5 seconds. So I have to sit here and go like this, or else it will be in my freaking nostrils, okay? Deborah, mind your own business. See what I mean? Next, I have The Drowning Kind by Jennifer McMahon. This is, of course, Jennifer McMahon. I've read 2 or 3 books by her, loved all 3, all 2, I don't really know. But I've been looking forward to reading some more from her. I own a couple of her books and I've really been looking forward to getting to them. And I think this is one that I had in my like 23 books I wanted to read in 2023. Never got to it. I didn't get to most of those books actually, so I'm trying again this year. This one, I'm not really sure what this is about. It's about this girl this woman returns to an old family home after her sister mysteriously drowns in a swimming pool, but she's not the pool's only victim. I don't know. It's some kind of like water horror. Really love her writing, so I'm looking forward to reading more from her. Then I have this book here that seems really interesting to me. I don't know, it could go either way, but I've been looking forward to reading this one. It's called Where They Wait by Scott Carson. Think about a meditation app. Below the noise of a meditation app, something sinister lurks, something that knows your name. I don't know, some people have said really good things about this, some people said not so great things about this, but it's always been one that I constantly look at on my shelf and think that it looks intriguing. So I'm hoping this one works for me. Then I have a short story collection here by John Lynch, Woe to Those Who Dwell on Earth. This is, like I said, a horror short story collection. You guys know I don't really like short story collections, but I really like John Lynch's writing. So I'm hoping that this works for me. I'm praying that this works for me. We will see, fingers crossed. But yeah, it's just a mixture of different horror themes. Like there's a Christmas one in here, which I already read in his book Christmas Eve Carnage, but then there's like some military horror, some different things. So I'm looking forward to checking this out and reading some of his short stories. And then going into some more extreme horror territory. John Lynch is pretty much extreme horror, but I don't know how these short stories are. But moving into like full-blown extreme horror territory. I think this one is extreme horror. Is it? I'm not sure. But this is The Rotting Within by Matt Kurtz. This is one that I've been dying to read. I'm probably going to put it in a video, in a vlog. But this is, every single person who reads this said that this is amazing. It's supposed to be like a bleak little horror book. It says, fleeing an abusive boyfriend, Kenzie and her 2 small children seek refuge at the Sunrise Bed and Breakfast, a secluded inn run by her estranged grandmother Shirley. While there, they're told to stay away from the 3rd floor, where its bedrooms house a pair of reclusive old women. Though the inn seems like a place to start new, Kenzie quickly discovers something malevolent not only lives under its roof, but within its walls. Oh my gosh. The kids are mysteriously stricken ill. There's just craziness, right? I can't wait to read this. I've heard nothing but great things, and this one seems really promising. Then I have a John Athen here that I've owned for a while, When She Weeps. It's a chunker for extreme horror, but he is by far one of my all-time favorite extreme horror authors. Absolutely love him, and I really would like to read like a ton of John Athen in 2024. I'm making it my goal. He's going to be like my go-to author in 2024. But this is about this girl, Vanessa. She's 28. She's employed at a beauty salon and wants to leave Mexico for the United States with her children. And something about, it says a drug, with cartel violence spilling closer and closer to her doorstep, she seeks the help of the local coyotes or people smugglers to get to the United States. And then something goes wrong. We'll see. We'll see. I have a lot of John Athen on my Kindle, but this is one that I own physically that I've been looking at that I'm trying to get to, so can't wait to read more John Athen in 2024. Then I have my dear Otis Bateman, My Vice is Your Unfathomable Agony. I've really been looking forward to getting to this one. It didn't happen in 2023. We're making it happen in early 2024. And this is about these guys who they're wannabe mobsters, but they got on the wrong side of their like big boss. And so yeah, we're gonna see what happens here. I think this is being made into a series, I believe, so we'll see. But this is like extreme horror. I've read almost all of his books. I think I have 3 more. The other ones are on my Kindle, so I can't wait to read more Otis Bateman this year. And for my last extreme horror, I have Fetal Backwash by Judith Sonnet. This book is banned from Amazon just because of the title. And so this is like super rare. I have the rarest extreme horror paperback, if you will. This is available for purchase on Godless as an ebook. But this is about this woman who's having a strange night. She's like redneck trailer trash, and it says she's just given birth to something she doesn't understand. It was supposed to be a baby, but instead what came out of her was demonic. So just crazy, just a crazy extreme horror book, obviously extreme enough to be banned from Amazon. So yeah, I can't wait to read this one. And I can't believe I bought this paperback and literally like the next day it was gone forever. So, well, I don't know about forever, but for now, while things are being sold on Amazon, it's gone. So that's it for horror. And then I have this book here. I'm not sure if this is horror or just disturbing fiction. It's probably just disturbing fiction, but The End of Alice by A.M. Holmes. I've been looking forward to getting to this one, and it didn't happen in 2023. But I'm making it happen in the beginning of 2024. This is like really fucked up. It's about an imprisoned pedophile who's drawn into a charged correspondence with a 19-year-old suburban co-ed. It's just like, it says part romance, part horror story, unnerving, seductive. It's supposed to be really disgusting, shocking, horrific, vile, but also like kind of My Dark Vanessa vibes. I don't really know what to expect from this one, but I've heard really great things. Like, I've heard that it's really well done and well written. So I've been looking forward to reading some disturbing fiction literally every day of my life. When am I not in the mood to read disturbing fiction? Never. So I've really been looking forward to getting to this one. I am so mad that I couldn't squeeze it into 2023. Then I'm going to move into thrillers. The first one I've said like month after month that I was gonna read, still haven't done it, but I'm still really looking forward to reading it, and it's Shutter Island by Dennis Lane. Anyways, this is about a U.S. Marshal who goes to investigate a mysterious disappearance at this hospital for the criminally insane, and it's a mind fuck. I watched the movie many years ago, don't remember it, so perfect, because then I can read the book and rewatch the movie. I remember really liking it, so I am interested in checking this out, but I remember it being like a mind fuck, so I'm really excited for this one. Heard great things. Then I have this one here, My Sister the Serial Killer. Iankin Breathwaite. I always butcher everyone's name and I feel bad, but this is like a good for her thriller. It says this is her sister's third boyfriend in a row who is dead and stabbed through the heart with a knife. So now, like, she always has to like clean up after her sister's murders and, you know, bleach everything and wrap up the body, move the body. And she falls in love with this like guy at her work, and he ends up asking for her sister's phone number, and she's like trying to warn him and trying to protect him from dating her sister because she doesn't want him to be murdered. So yeah, seems like a little fast-paced thriller. It's like there's basically minimal words per page, and it's only like 200 pages. Like, look at this, there's like nothing. They're like 2 paragraph long chapters, so this will be a quick, easy read. Then I have another one that I've been dying to get to in 2023. Said I was going to finish it in December. Still haven't gotten to it, but it's Number One Fan by Meg Ellison. This is about a stalker. So this is about this guy who has this woman chained up in his basement, and she recognizes that this isn't random. She knows who he is. There's some kind of connection, and he's very familiar with her books. She's an author. So this is giving like, what the hell is that book? What the hell is that book with the author? I can't think. What's that extreme horror book? Oh, It's Me, Charlie. It's giving that, but in thriller vibe, I guess. But yeah, this is one that I've been dying to get to. So early 2024, I would love to read this one. Then, moving on through. I just picked this one up. It's called The Last Thing to Burn by Will Dean. This is one that you guys keep telling me in the comments to pick up and read, and that I should check this author out, and I've always wanted to read from him because I've heard great things. But this is about a woman where her husband is holding her captive, and she's trapped. No one knows that she's there. Visitors rarely come. They live in this farm. They don't come to see her, and her husband records every movement during the day. If he doesn't like what he sees, she's punished. So yeah, this is giving crazy husband vibes. It's very short. It's only 200 and some pages, and you guys are telling me that this one's crazy and I have to read it. So of course I picked it up, and I can't wait to check this one out. Then I have 2 S.A. Cosby books that I'd like to read. So both of them I'm going to read this year, but I just picked one of them. This is Blacktop Wasteland. This is about a getaway driver. As like, he's no longer a getaway driver. He is a mechanic, a husband, a dad, but now he like builds this new life and it starts to crumble, and a former associate comes calling with a can't miss jewelry store heist, and he has no choice but to get back in the driver's seat. I love S.A. Cosby's writing, and I'm really looking forward to finishing off his backlist in 2024. Then I have another thriller here called The Perfect Ruin by Shanora Williams. This is like a steal your life kind of book. This is about this tragedy. It says a brutal tragedy ended Ivy Hill's happy family and childhood. Now in her 20s and troubled, she barely has a life or much to live for until the day she discovers the name of a woman who destroyed her world, Lola. This mega wealthy socialite. She has everything and doesn't deserve anything, so Ivy plans to take it all away. So I have heard nothing but great things about this author. One that I've been wanting to check out, heard great things about this book, and I love a juicy little domestic thriller. Perfect to get me out of a slump. Then I have one more thriller here, and it's The Nothing Man by Catherine Ryan Howard. Another one I've been dying to get to. Haven't done it, but this one is about a serial killer called The Nothing Man. And it's about this girl who survived the Nothing Man at the age of 12. Nothing Man like killed her entire family when she was 12. So she got away, and now she is determined to track him down and find out who he is and find him. And then there's a security guard that started reading The Nothing Man, which is a true crime memoir that this girl wrote about surviving the Nothing Man. Turns out he is the Nothing Man. So he is reading this true crime memoir that she wrote about him, and this sounds so interesting. I don't know, should I do like a backlisted thriller vlog with some of these? Some of these sound so good, I can't wait. So this is the last of my thriller picks, and then I have just a mixture of everything else kind of thrown in there. I have two nonfictions. I've been really into celebrity memoirs and Holly Madison's Down the Rabbit Hole, about the Playboy Mansion and Hugh Hefner and all the tea and gossip. I don't know what it is. 2023, I really got into celebrity memoirs, and I've just been like eating up all the tea, all the drama, give it to me. And my friend said that this one is really, really good, really well done and filled with tea. And then I have this, I've showed it a couple times on my channel, The Office BFFs by Jenna Fisher and Angela Kinsey. I love The Office. It's my favorite TV show. So I just can't wait to get into these like behind the scenes things and pictures and things from The Office. It just looks super interesting. And I know they have a podcast and everything, but I just can't wait to look through this book and then just rewatch The Office for the 50th time. Then I recently picked up this book. It's a new release, My Fucking Static. The static, look at this. I can't deal with the static. No. This new release called Death Valley. I can't. What am I doing here? What am I doing? I don't know. By Melissa Broder. This is just like a weird fiction. Weird, right? I know she wrote The Pisces, Milk Fed. I haven't read those books, but it's just weird shit, right? I don't know what this entails, but it's like about this, it's about grief, right? So she's like going through this desert, and she fled to this desert to escape grief for her father that's in the ICU and her husband who has a worsening illness. And when she gets to this desert, she finds this cactus whose size and shape is like just huge, doesn't exist, non-existent, right? And then she goes inside of it, there's a door inside of it, and there's a journey. I don't know, there's some kind of journey inside the cactus, okay? It's short, it's weird. I'm interested in the topic of grief and death, and this one might resonate with me. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it, but I'm interested in trying it out. And then I picked up Some more books outside of my comfort zone. This one is Empire of the Vampire by J. Kristoff. First of all, look at this. This is like the floppiest paperback. Don't you love floppy paperbacks? Look at this. I love this. I don't know what this is about, but it was $5. And McKay has been telling me this is like his favorite book ever. It's a dark fantasy. So it says it's been 27 years since the last sunrise. For nearly 3 decades, vampires have waged war against humanity, building their empire even as they tear down our own. Now, only a few tiny sparks of light endure in a sea of darkness. Gabriel is a silver saint, a member of a holy brotherhood dedicated to defending realm and church from the creatures of the night. But even the Silver Order could not stem the tide once daylight failed us, and now only Gabriel remains. What does any of this mean? I have no idea. Imprisoned by the very monsters he vowed to destroy, the last Silver Saint is forced to tell his story. What does any of this mean? I have no idea. I have no idea. I think there was a second one that just came out. I don't know. Or the third one. It's a trilogy, it says, so I have no idea. But I'm interested. I'm intrigued. I want to know. There's great artwork in here. I want to know exactly like what is going on, you know, with the hype. A lot of people really love this one. I might do a video, like a vlog for this one. I don't know. 700 and some pages. Interested in stepping outside of my comfort zone. I want to continue doing that in 2024. I started in 2023 with A Court of Thorns and Roses and Fourth Wing and failed miserably, but I am planning on reading more outside my comfort zone because I do get really, really burnt out reading back to back to back horror every month. People ask me like, oh, you need to read more horror, keep reading horror. No, like I'm gonna read what I want. Just because I don't like a book doesn't mean I'm not reading what I want. Like that's literally what I wanted to read in that moment. Okay, people beg me when I'm reading like a fantasy book, they're like begging me to read horror, but I want to read these books. I want to see what the hype is. I want to check them out. If I don't like them, I don't like them, but I'm still reading what I want. So anyways, I plan on checking this one out. Heard nothing but great things. So this one seems more promising, since it's dark fantasy. I don't know. I did purchase another Sarah J. Maas and it's Throne of Glass. This was another McKay recommendation because apparently this one has like way less romance than like A Court of Thorns and Roses. This is about an assassin. She's summoned to the castle. She has no love for the vicious king who rules from his throne of glass, but she has not come to kill him. She's come to win her freedom. If she defeats 23 murderers, thieves, and warriors in a competition, she will be released from prison to serve as the king's companion. Okay, I don't know what any of this means, but I am interested in reading more from her. I am interested in trying again, checking more out. I do have the second Agatar book. I'm trying, okay? I just want to find something that works for me. I want one of her books to work for me. I don't want to sit here and like read them and hate them. I actually like want them to work for me. So this one seemed more up my alley, more promising if it's not heavily focused on romance. And then I have this one here that I've had for a while called A Man Called Ove by Frederick Bachman. This was just made into a movie not that long ago. I feel like basically everyone read this except for me. But it's about a grumpy old man and he's just miserable, a little relatable, right? Me as an old man. And now he has like these new neighbors and the neighbor befriends him, I believe. I don't know. It's just supposed to be like a sweet little funny feel-good kind of book. And then last but not least, I've said 1,000 times that I'm gonna read this manga, Berserk. I actually started it, if you can tell, and then I got sidetracked with my videos and stuff, and then I didn't get any further, so I'm gonna restart it and try to actually get through this and see if I like this. This is a horror fantasy manga. We'll see. We'll see. It was okay. I didn't get super far into it. I have a hard time kind of figuring out like what the hell is going on, especially like the fantasy aspects of stuff. I never know what the hell is going on. So I really need to sit down and like concentrate and pay attention to what I'm looking at and reading for this one. But don't worry, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there together. That is it. That is my 2024 TBR, the 24 books that I promise you I'm going to get to every single one of these. I'm genuinely excited to read all 24 of these, so I can't wait to read them and discuss them with you. Let me know in the comments down below what your reading goals are for 2024, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!